Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful imperfectionist family. What's good? It's yours truly, Tammy B, coming to you with this week's session of planting and or watering, where I'm either planting something new in your life or I'm watering something that has already been planted. And listen, last week I failed to mention I had a new addition to my face last week that I didn't give you the backdrop. And long story short, my 80-year-old aunt wanted her nose pierced. I said, Auntie, you do it. I'm going to do it too. Guess what? She did. And this is the end result. And I love that about her because so many people in life, they have things they want to do, but they won't do because it may not be popular. It may not be in alignment with, what others think. And so I embrace the fact that she was free enough to say, I want it, I'm not backing out, and I'm going forward with it. And that's an encouragement for you all. I know there are things in your life that you're wanting, you're desiring, and I encourage you, go after them. Go with diligence and pursuit because it's yours. You just have to have that determination, that made up mind. To which brings me into our subject today. Our subject today is school days. Yes, school days. Don't know if you've seen it, but I've been feeling a little nostalgia the last couple of weeks. So I've been going back watching some old movies. And one of the movies was School Days, which was Spike Lee's version of a movie out of college. And you had a group of line brothers trying to cross over into the burning sands. Well, they were online, but they were in the process of crossing over to the burning sands of becoming a full-fledged fraternity members. Y'all know I'm imperfect, so catch the mistakes and let them go. So, fraternity brothers, and they had challenges along the way. I want to use their story to highlight that even when they had challenges, they pursued, they persisted, they had opposition. They had their big brothers giving them a hard time, telling them, oh, you're not the Gamma material, you're not worthy. They had some in their ear, they had others just discouraging them. You even had Spike Lee, his name on there was Half Pint, and he was given a hard time as well. However, when life gives you a hard time, when people give you a hard time, how do you react to that? It's important now more than ever, and I'm going to always say that every time I say that, but it's so important that we shift how we react to things, how we respond to things, and how we take an outlook on things. Because if they allowed, even with the pressure of the work they were doing to keep them from their destiny, they would have given up. They would have given up saying, I'm not worthy, I'm not valuable. Yes, no, maybe I'm not a Gamma man. And there's so many people in life and people are telling you, you not who you are, you not worthy, you not valuable. And I am here to say that you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a half pint or you're a quart. At the end of the day, you are somebody. And a lot of people don't feel as though they're somebody because of life circumstances and people trying to pull them down and hold them back. And sadly, we're in a world that doesn't promote the encouraging people forward. Yes, you do have a population. However, it seems like the population that's against that is bigger than the population that is for it. But this is where we get to take comfort. We take comfort in the scripture that lets us know that he that is for us is more than the world that is against us. So even when those brothers was on that line, they were going through the challenges, even some of the things of being, having to get the hazing, those things done, they still persisted. And mind you, hazing is not an easy or a good thing, and thank God it's no longer condoned. They pursue, and life at times can make you feel like you're being hazed. Some situations can happen that will show up and happen and say, am I being punked? Like, why is this happening? What is really going on? And when that happens, how do you respond? You can't get defeated. You have to have a mind like those brothers. Even when Half Pint was presented with a situation that he couldn't pass, he came back and said, brothers, it's impossible. And one stood up to say, listen, this is a test and you're going to pass it. And this is how you're going to pass the test. So what I like there is someone had his back. And And that's what we're to do for one another. We are to have each other's back. On this journey of life, we need to get to the place where we're sick and tired of tearing one another down and building them up. We need to stop projecting our hurt and our pain on others and say, hey, my brother, hey, my sister, I got you. And that's what his line brother did. And so in life, we need to have those line brothers and those line sisters around us. We need to have that cheering club that say you can do it no matter what. And guess what? The Bible even encourages us to rejoice together. So that is also a moment that when you're encouraging your brother, you're encouraging your sister, you're rejoicing with them. You're celebrating them, because guess what? Your time will come. And guess what? You would want people celebrating and rejoicing with you. But many don't know how to celebrate others. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that they've never learned how to celebrate themselves. And that's when you have this crazy lady here that's always saying, listen, get out, do something good for yourself. If you can, get access to nature. Go spend time. Spend time with you. Quiet those noises. Shut down this media that's going to constantly feed you with negativity, because that's what it do. And just spend the time to make you happy, to please you, to tap into the power of you, to tend to your mental health. You can't effectively tend to your mental health, keep yourself in a good space if you're constantly in the mix of others. That's why the message last week was focused on you. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that. And I know it's hard when you've been taught you got to serve everybody, but you can't serve on E, beloved. I used the analogy a while back. It's just like a Tesla. You charge it up. You take it on a road trip. If you don't get to that docking station, or even a car, but if you don't get to a docking station or a gas station, you're going to run out of gas. The battery is going to die. You can't help others if you are not full yourself. And a lot of people tend to operate off of half empty or half full in spaces, or sometimes depleted spaces, and then wonder why they feel like the prophet Elijah on the when he was stuck under the juniper tree, because he was depressed. Life can have you that way. People can have you that way, because people can get so caught up in wanting you to do for you when they should be doing for themselves, but they want you to do for them, and then they'll pull. They'll pull. They're like leeches. Anyone ever seen a leech? A leech is going to stick to you, and it's going to suck all of the blood out of you. It's going to suck all of the life out of you. It's going to make you feel weak. It's going to make you feel drained. It's going to deplete you if you don't catch it and stop it. So it's important to know that sometimes in life, when you are even surrounded by the wrong people, that can have an effect on the trajectory of your life. And when you think of that, you got to think, how is it that you rise higher when you're hanging around lower people? You want to be soaring like the eagles. You want to be rising higher and higher and higher and higher. That is the vision you should want for your life. And as I inserted vision there, another reason I use school days is because they had vision. They had determination to be unstoppable. And so I am getting ready to have a vision board party where we can cast vision. And I am one, I know people like to say, oh, cast it for 2025 and stop right there. No, cast vision for beyond. Go beyond 2025, because you have a life full of love and longevity to live. And I believe that can come more than just this year. But it is important to set those goals. What is it that I desire to accomplish in 2025? And the lifestyle changes that I intend to make. Insertion, let's stop with the resolutions. How about we entertain lifestyle changes? How about that? Those become our goals, because so many times people put the word resolution and find themselves back to where they started from. So let's reword worded. Maybe if we reword it, it'll change the trajectory of it. So now let's say lifestyle changes. Okay. So, it's important to make those lifestyle changes, those goals for 2025, and just keep them going for beyond and beyond, because, there's more, so much more, even to cast vision in the upcoming years. That's why they say write a 1-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. How do you see yourself? How do you want the trajectory of your life to be? And even if your vision changes, that's okay. Vision is entitled to change from time to time. And in fact, it's called in project management terminology, iteration process. You're constantly refining the process. So I'll give you an example. You could say, okay, I want a house. That house could be a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. I just have a house. It don't matter. But as you evolve and grow and expand, you're like, wait, I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And then you make that the next vision. You're refining the vision. And then you say, okay, you know what? I want me a 5-3. Let's go. Let's get it. And you put it. It's refining. But here's the thing. It is still a house. So the house desire and the intention is out there in the universe. And it is coming to fruition. And I'm a believer. It's going to probably see that last thing that you want and boom, give it to you the way you desire. Or it'd be even better. Because one thing I learned, when things don't happen the way that we want it and on our timeline, our timetable, that's because something better is in store. And that's why even the scripture says, count it all joy. And when you're working, knowing that joy worketh patience and faith and hope, you're building your faith. You're building your hope. You're like, okay, I know I believe for greater and greater and greater and greater. And that's what the journey of life is about. It's about believing for greater. It's about exploring. And know this, contrast will always show up, and it's okay. Acknowledge it, feel it, and then release that thing and get back into the power that is in you, the power to shift towards into the direction of anything you desire. It's all here. It's all yours for the taking. See yourself. Visualize yourself. Habakkuk said, write the vision and make it plain. So set the intentions and know, and just even take a moment, take in a deep breath and see yourself in that vision. If it's a tropical island, put yourself in a tropical island. And let me tell y'all something. Sometimes when I'm going through some chaos, I close my eyes and go to that tropical island all the time. So you can see yourself there first, and eventually you're going to be on that island. So it's important to keep your faith, keep your belief, keep your knowing, have your determination. Know that you're going to cross the burning sands, just as the brothers of Gamma Phi Gamma in the movie did. They crossed the burning sands because they were determined. They were not going to allow anything or anybody to stop them. And that's what I am desiring for you, beloved. I'm desiring that no one, no thing, nobody, no person, no nothing stops you from what you desire. And you know what? Even yourself. I don't want you to stop you, because lack of faith, speaking the wrong things, doubt, unbelief, those things will stop you. It's important to move forward, and to move forward in a state of bliss and happiness and joy. Joyful living is what this is all about, and my desire for each and every one of you. Okay? So, as always, with much love and gratitude, I thank you for listening, tuning in, listening to what your girl has to say. Hope I said something to encourage you, to empower you, to have you think, yes, okay, I like that way of thinking. Let me shift it. Because, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So if you do not shift your thinking, you don't change your circumstance and outcome. So it's important. That's why the scripture says, to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I thank you. And if there's anything that I said to empower you, I ask that you give me a thumbs up or drop me a comment if you so wish to do so. And if you are not a part of my imperfectly perfect people are the Imperfectionist family. I invite you to click on the subscribe button to join us. And if there's anybody that can benefit from this message, I ask that you please share it. And also, remember how I'm always saying we're imperfectly perfect. So I ask for grace when I make mistakes in these videos, when I get a little tongue-tied. I'm showing you one thing, that I will continue to move on. And so therefore I ask your grace, because I want you to know that when you extend grace, others extend grace to you. When you make mistakes, grace is given. So I'm imperfectly perfect. I make mistakes, but I keep it moving. So I made some throughout this video, but take them for love, okay? So listen, until the next time, I want you guys to be blessed. I want you to be empowered. And don't forget the Vision Board Party, January 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You are invited to join. It will stream on YouTube, but there is a Zoom link that will be available. So follow my social media to get the information, and I look forward to seeing your lovely faces. So until the next